On December 7, 1941, it was a significant day in history that marked a turning point in the world's course of events. The attack on Pearl Harbor by the Japanese military led to a significant shift in global dynamics, and ultimately altered the course of history. An unexpected disaster struck the U.S. Navy, catching everyone off guard. On the battleship, a U.S. military chef named Doris Miller, after witnessing the sunrise, promptly served breakfast to the officers and then proceeded to attend to the collection of laundry. At approximately 7:47 a.m., Doris heard a siren. That siren, which no sailor in their service would ever want to hear, immediately signals a sense of alarm and astonishment as they step outside. They are taken aback by the sight of the sky filled with Japanese bomber planes, realizing that the entire horizon is filled with them. As soon as the eyelids blink, it seemed as if a catastrophe had befallen the U.S. Navy, as Japanese aircraft began relentlessly attacking and destroying U.S. ships. This attack was carried out on the Pearl Harbor base in the U.S. Today, we will explore why Japan made such a significant mistake in launching an attack on a country like America. Why chef named Doris Miller was given the biggest award of America, and why America attacked Japan with nuclear weapons. Our story begins in 1941 when America made a significant commitment to support China during World War II. They put everything at stake and dedicated all their resources and efforts to aid China in their fight. But now, in 2023, America and China are great oppositions. The war had already been ongoing for 3 years, with Germany and Italy on one side and Britain, the Netherlands, and France on the other. Due to the losses incurred during World War I, America was not in a position to afford any kind of war at that time. Yes, it is true that in the context of World War II, the United States initially remained neutral and did not have an active role. However, there was one country that was posing a threat to America, and that country was Japan. Japan, facing a shortage of natural resources, was expanding its control over neighboring countries such as Korea, Taiwan, and parts of China in order to fulfill its resource needs. Japan did have its sights on countries near the Pacific Ocean such as the Philippines, Malaysia, and Indonesia. However, there were complications in carrying out their plans. Malaysia was a British colony, Indonesia was under Dutch control, and the Philippines maintained a neutral stance with America. It was not considered appropriate for Japan to forcefully occupy these countries. Additionally, it is worth noting that Japan's actions were led by Hitler, who was an enemy of both America and the Netherlands. In July 1941, in response to Japan's actions, particularly its aggressive expansion and occupation of neighboring territories, the United States stopped oil exports to Japan. This decision was significant because Japan relied on imports for approximately 80% of its oil, with a significant portion coming from the United States. The United States has set a condition before Japan that if it withdraws its grip from China, then oil will be provided to Japan. It is true that Japan faced a difficult decision regarding its expansionist ambitions. If Japan had withdrawn its control over China, it is possible that the international community would have perceived it as a defeat, despite its support for Hitler. On the other hand, oil was another crucial resource that Japan heavily relied on. As a result, Japan made the decision not to withdraw its military forces from China. Indeed, Japan did make the decision to occupy Indonesia. Indonesia was a colony of the Netherlands at that time, and in order for Japan to reach Indonesia, it was necessary for them to gain control over the Philippines, which was a colony of the United States. Japan was aware that if they were to launch an attack on America, most likely from their naval base at Pearl Harbor in the Pacific Ocean, Japan's oil resources were depleting rapidly, and they felt they had no option but to launch an attack. However, it is important to note that Japan's attack was directed towards the U.S. naval base at Pearl Harbor, not the Philippines. The attack on Pearl Harbor was a strategic move by Japan to cripple the U.S. Pacific Fleet and gain control over the Pacific region. The Japanese military indeed devised a plan to launch an attack on Pearl Harbor, and their fleet consisted of 2 battleships, 39 submarines, 30 destroyers, and 414 bomber aircraft. During the attack on Pearl Harbor, Japan deployed 6 aircraft carriers to launch the assault towards Pearl Harbor. On the other hand, the American Navy had a significant presence at Pearl Harbor, including 8 battleships, 39 anti-aircraft ships, 4 submarines, and approximately 390 aircraft. Indeed, the United States had a significant military force available to engage in combat with Japan. Japan indeed wanted to keep this attack a secret, which is why they refrained from any form of wireless communication that could potentially be intercepted. Japan's army covered 8,000 kilometer distance from their land, and now, they were at distance of 370 kilometer from the Pearl Harbor. This was the point when Japan's aircrafts took off towards American Navy. This was going to be the biggest attack in the whole World War II, in which America was still not included. On December 7, 1941, at 7:57 in morning, 350 Japanese aircrafts in 2 different groups attacked on the American Navy. The attack on Pearl Harbor took the Americans by surprise, and it had a significant impact on them. This attack was a great shock for them. They started the bombardment of rocket on Pearl Harbor. Japanese aircrafts continuously attacking on Pearl Harbor for around 45 minutes, and then returned back. First it seemed as the attack just ended, but then again, after 10 minutes Japan attacked the Navy with its second crew of bomber aircrafts. This continuously bombardment of rockets destroyed the whole remaining harbor. This attack lasts about 1 hour and 15 minutes. And of course Japan was superior in all this time. Whole land was covered with fire, and the sky covered with black smoke. During this African-American chef, Doris Millen, about which we talked about in start of video. When he was doing laundry, he heard a sound of siren, until he came out to check situation, a Japanese rocket hit their ship, and a lot of army staff got injured. Doris shifted the injured staff to safe place all alone. Then he came to the anti-aircraft machine gun, and started doing attack on the Japanese bomber planes. He destroyed 6 Japanese bomber planes without any experience. In overall war, 29 Japanese bomber planes got destroyed. Davis Miller was the first American African who was given the award of Navy Cross. This award is the biggest in the U.S. Navy, while in United States, it is second biggest award after Medal of Honor. After attack of 1 hour and 15 minutes, Japanese returned back, but they became the reason to enter America in World War II. The America that was neutral in this whole war. Just after that day when Japan attacked on Pearl Harbor, America decided to attack back, and America announced that war openly. Till next 3 months America kept in restoring its navy and ships. Some battleships were able to repair. America reconstruct its whole Pearl Harbor. In the 4th month, America attacked on Japan just like they attacked on their Pearl Harbor. On April 1942, America attacked on the capital of Japan, Tokyo. Whole Tokyo was flooded with bullets, and rockets. This was the first attack of America, but America didn't stop. Till next 4 years, war continued among America and Japan. Japan became totally zero in front of America, but still, Japan didn't surrender. Finally, on August 1945, America used its last card. On August 6, 1945, 8 a.m. in morning, at Hiroshima city of Japan, America sent its Boeing B-29 Superfortress aircraft. This craft dropped 4,400 kilogram, little boy named bomb over the Hiroshima. Within 45 seconds this bomb hit the ground, and caused a huge blast, that made everything white. A ring of fire moved upward towards sky, that enhances the temperature of Earth up to 5,000 degrees Celsius. This was the first nuclear attack, within seconds 80% of the Hiroshima buildings devastating. Japanese military officers' mind got blast, 'cause now they have nothing to do. As long as they thought about something, America again attacked with nuclear bomb at Nagasaki. This was the Mach 3, with codename Fat Man. This 4,670 kilograms weighted bomb erased the whole city from the world completely. These were the first and the last nuclear bombs attacks in human history. After a week Japan surrendered in front of America, and World War II came to its end. Hope you will like this video. Please like and subscribe my channel.